and Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I bid to Dr. Muhammad Zulfahmi bin Bahaudin and all my friends. My name is NURUL Asreen Balqis binti MASROM from 2 PPISMP Science 2. So today, I will be teaching all of you on how to make a water cycle project just using a Scratch programming. A very simple one. So, before we get started, please give a like, comment and subscribe my channel if this video does help you in your project. So, in this video, I will teach all of you the steps of making the water cycle project using a Scratch programming that all of you can do it by your own too. Without further ado, let's get started. Hi everyone! Okay, let's start our Scratch project about the water cycle. The first element that we can see in this project is the decomposition. As I mentioned earlier, our project is about the water cycle, isn't it? But there are so much things to do. So I started with making my own backdrop for the project by drawing it. It is because there are no backdrop available for my project. After finishing making the backdrop, I continued my project by adding the coding to the backdrop to make it available forever. In this part, I choose the when green flag is clicked and then choose the coding of broadcast and wait. I have selected to broadcast the evaporation, clouds form, precipitation, condensation and river flow, then wait. After that, after the green flag button is clicked, I put the forever so that the backdrop will last forever until the animation ends. Okay, let's move to the next part. So there you can see clouds, right? In this part, I am trying to make my own animation but in a very simple way. I decided to choose a color of blue just like rain, and then I will be drawing the blue color under the clouds. Okay, so we choose to make it 1, 2 or 3 or even more so that it will be looking like a real but cute rain. So there you can see that my raining cloud is already there. However, in order to make animation, one rain cloud is not enough, so I am going to make another rainy cloud, but make sure that the cloudy rain is exactly not the same as before, because if you make it as the same as before, there will be no animation in your Scratch. So here you guys can see that my rain, blue rain, is not the same as before. This one, we got a little bit only the rain compared to what I've made before. Here is the coding of the cloud. I started the coding with evaporation. The coding that I have choose for evaporation is glide 2 seconds, to X 109 and to Y 150. For clouds form, we need to switch the costume to clouds form first and then make the same coding with evaporation. As you guys can see at the right side now, my clouds is trying to pour the animation, but actually that is not really happening. That's not the actual animation that I want. It is because I haven't set up the coding yet. Okay, next we are going to make the coding again. This time, the coding involves evaporation part where you guys can see that little tiny water splash inside the sea, right? Actually, that is what I made by my own too, because I haven't seen any water drops, so I need to make my own water drops, but unfortunately the clip has missing. Actually, in this part, we can see the elements of computational thinking, which is the algorithm elements. It is because to make the coding, we need to think of what is the coding that we want to do in order to make our animation perfect. This involves the step-by-step coding, and then we need to evaluate it whether it is what we want in the animation or not. So here in this coding, I have choose the orange one, which is the when green flag is clicked, the water drops need to go to the 90 degree for X and Y is 26. Okay, now let's move on to the other coding. Here, as you guys can see, there is a water drops on the river, right? So actually what I want to do is I want to make sure that the water drops is following down the river. But I don't want that water drops just go straightly downwards without gliding anywhere. So what I choose for the backdrop is I want to make the water is gliding down but following the river. As you guys can see, the river is not go down straightly down, right? The river has their own flow, like flowy over there. Firstly, they are going to go straight down and then need to go to the right side, and then lastly only the water drops will go inside the sea again. In this part, one of the elements of computational thinking elements can be seen too. It is the pattern recognition. Pattern recognition appears because I apply the same coding to the other sprite. As you guys know, I choose the evaporation, precipitation, condensation, and also river flow, right? So actually the coding is having the same coding but different way on how we need to put it inside our backdrop. So pattern recognition is used when I trying to use the same coding but I change a little bit of their degree, because if clouds form, they need to go to the right side, while for evaporation, the water drops needs to go upside until they see the sun. Okay, let's move again to our coding. So here, I am going to make sure that the river flow is following the river, right? So as you guys can see, I drag that one particular water to the right because I want to make the water glide to the right. Now we're going to continue our coding by making the water drop go to the right side. There, I have made the coding of making the water drops downwards. The coding that I have choose is switch costume to the first droplet. And then the water droplet need to go to X by negative 140 degree and Y 50 degree. And then they are going to glide for 1 second on negative 140 at the X-axis and 50 degree at the Y-axis. The water drops is then going to glide 1 second to the X-axis by negative 121 degree, then to the Y-axis is 29. Next, it will continue to be gliding 1 second to the X by negative 75 and at Y negative 41. And lastly, it will be gliding 1 second to the X by negative 75 degree and Y by negative 41 degree. So here, from the preview, we can see that the cloud is making the animation perfectly as what I want. There, you guys can see also the water drops are going down following the river flow and not just simply straightly go down forward. Okay, now we are going to see whether our animation is going just like what we want or not. Unfortunately, the animation doesn't go as what I want because suddenly the clouds go upwards from the river. From there, we can see one of the elements in computational thinking, which is the evaluation. The coding doesn't go as what I want, so I need to change it. I decided to change the number of the X-axis and Y-axis because that's not the direction that the water is supposed to go. So I will change it one by one again to make sure that the direction is what it should go. This part is a bit hard because I need to change one by one the number, and I need to make the try and error steps so that I know which direction is the best. Okay, now after making the try and error steps, I have gotten the actual coding that I want. However, the coding is not applied to all, so I need to really do it again until the water drops go straightly upside and then go to the left side and then go to the down again. Okay everyone, so I have completed my Scratch programming about the water cycle project. Now, let's take a look together at the final project of mine. Since this is an animation, so in order to play this Scratch, one step to play it is just click the green flag button. Evaporation. Clouds form. Precipitation. River flow. Evaporation. Clouds form. Precipitation. River flow. Alright, that's all for today's videos. Thank you so much for watching. If you guys have some comments or feedbacks, please leave it in the comment sections. And don't forget to like, comment and subscribe to my channel if this video does benefit you in a lot of ways. So that's all from me. Thank you. Bye bye. Have a good day.